A blessed Monday, my beautiful people. It's a rainy day in my neck of the woods, but thanks to the Almighty. If it's raining, He sees that our needs is of some water. So that is why we're getting rain. So guess what? Father, I thank you for this another morning. I thank you for this another day in the land of the living. It's raining, and I thank you for the water, because water is life. How are you guys doing? How was your weekend, man? You know this is your girl Bronx Nurse, and you know I worked for the weekend, right? You know I worked for the weekend because it was my weekend to work. So I did work for the weekend. My weekend was okay. It wasn't as stressful. It was okay. And I survived because it's Monday. So guess what? Right now, packing my bag for my 12-hour shift. What am I having for lunch? I was off all weekend. I was working all weekend. So do I have lunch for this morning? Or do I have to put up my hands to beg some lunch? Thank you. I'd appreciate some lunch this morning. No, I do have some lunch. My big son make his favorite thing, shrimp and pasta. And guess what? I have one drumstick left from my Popeye, so I just stuck it in the corner. So I have shrimp and pasta. Yeah. And it's really good because I had a little when I came in last night. Yes, and that's what Bronx Nurse is going to be having for lunch today. Shrimp and pasta. It's such a beautiful thing when your kids grow up and they are able to do something for themselves. I always teach them, I want you guys to be able to do stuff for yourself, because I don't want when me gone to be out of life, if I'm not here on this earth anymore, you guys are here suffering because you can't put on one pot for yourself. The woman decides that she now cook today, so you can't eat. Me no want that for my boys. Me no want that for my boys. So me always tell them, if I even for boil water, for boil one egg, you have to learn to do that. Yes, so I'm having some shrimp and pasta. And I have my muffin, all wrapped up. It's Goya coconut water today. Guys, it's Goya coconut water today. Yes. And my lemon flavor fruit 2O water. Yeah. And my strawberry yogurt. What's coming next? What's coming next? You know, Bronx Nurse, they say sweet tooth. But does it mean that only one tooth is sweet and you have so many in your mouth? So I don't have sweet tooth, I have sweet teeth. No sweet tooth around here. I have sweet teeth because it's all of them in the mouth here sweet. All of them. So I have to go fulfill their needs. So chocolate covered cashews. I know guys. The tongue sweet. The tongue love that taste. When I'm at work, I have to have something sweet to keep me for the day, because I don't drink coffee. I don't drink coffee, guys, so this is my keep me up for the day. Yes, something sweet will keep me up and keep me perky throughout the day, perky and not grumpy. Yeah, so this is what I'm having. Chocolate covered cashew. Yes, and you're packing your bag with Bronx Nurse. This is what we're taking this morning, this bag. Y'all, pack it with your girl Bronx Nurse. Pack it with your girl Bronx Nurse. Yeah, I pack that. Put in my Goya coconut water. Guys, I love coconut water. I love coconut water. Love coconut water. So till my muffin. And my chocolate covered cashew. My fork and my spoon. And rest assured, your girl Bronx nurse is covered for her 12-hour shift. Fully covered. I don't have to go outside, guys. I don't like to go outside. So I try to bring food that will serve me for my 12-hour shift. I hate going outside. All right. So this morning, I'm gonna tell you an experience I had as a nurse, and this may be like 16 years on there, 16 years. This may be like 8 years ago. I had this experience as a nurse, and this is an eye opener. Because you know, when you're in the healthcare when you're in the healthcare profession, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a social worker, whether you're a physical therapist, whether you're an occupational therapist, whether you're a registered nurse, whether you are a nursing attendant, you know patient's information spells protection in capital letters. HIPAA, right? HIPAA. So approximately 8 years ago, when I was like 8 years into my job, and I would say seasoned, but now I have even more experience. I remember one time I was about to give medication to one of my patients. When I tell you, the gentleman is handsome, super handsome, tall. He's the type of a guy, if you're single and you go outside to a party and he says hi to you, you're definitely going to look. You're going to look up and you're going to look down because he's catching to the eyes. And knowing his history, because you're as a nurse, you have to know the patient history, HMP. Knowing his history and giving him medications, you know what he has. So this patient at that time, I don't know where he is right now. I said it was like 8 years ago, was like HIV positive. I can say how he got it because I don't know. But for whatever reason, he was HIV positive, but he had a wife. And I realized, like, this patient, when I was to medicate him, he always reminded me, if you see my wife comes here, do not give me any medications. I never questioned why, because as a nurse, I pick up what it was already. So I said, okay, no problem, because you're there to treat your patient. You're there to make your patient comfortable for their hospital stay and to return them to their normal life as best as you can. And he always reminded me, and he always stressed it. If you see my wife comes in the room and you have any medications for me, do not give it to me. So, you know, if a patient is with it and someone comes to the hospital to visit them, even if it's their wife or if it's your husband, you're not privy to just hand out information to them because the patient is with it. If the patient wants to disperse their information, they can tell the person who is there, wife or husband. So I realized one morning, the wife, and the wife is beautiful too, she brought some cornmeal porridge for her husband, cooked home, nicely cooked, and brought it nicely packed because she came early. So when she came, it was a medication time yet, and my patient reminded me, do you remember what we talked about? I said, sure, because I realized he's trying to tell me, okay, my wife is here, do not bring any medication while she's here. So the wife was there, And I didn't bring any medication for my patient when medication was due, but I didn't bring it because the wife was there for a while. So, guys, when the wife left, the patient said to me, can I say something to you? I know you must be wondering why I'm telling you not to bring me any medication while my wife is here. And I said to him, I respect your wish. So I respect it, so I didn't bring any medication. So he said to me, my wife is not aware that I'm HIV positive. I said, wow, okay. He said it wasn't any fault of her own why I'm HIV positive. And I just can't find it within myself to tell her. That's what the patient was telling me. And I sat there for approximately half an hour and I spoke to the patient. I gave him words of encouragement. I gave him Bible verses. I actually sang for him and I told him, while there's life, there's hope. Hoping that, this will somehow reach somewhere in his inner being so that he will have the courage to tell his wife. But I'm saying this to say that, guys, we see people's face, but we don't see their heart. You don't know who you're sleeping with. I don't know who I'm sleeping with because, yes, even if you have a husband and you have a wife, when I go to work, my husband doesn't know what I'm doing. When I go to work or my husband go to work, I don't know what my husband is doing. You don't know what your wife is doing. You don't know what your husband is doing. You just have to trust each other. But where does trust stop? Where does trust stop? Because if in a case like that, you're not able to sit down and say to your wife, you're getting treated, but your wife, who more than likely has it because you're sleeping together, is not being treated. So you're taking care of yourself while she's not being treated because she's not aware that you have HIV. What do you guys think? I'm saying this to say that, especially for younger people who are in the business of dating, know who you're sleeping with, know your partner. Get to know your partner. If it means we have to go together to the doctor to draw some blood, to do some tests, it's okay to do that. It's okay to do that. HIV is not state reportable. It's not like a TB that is state reportable. So all you as a provider have to do, in that case, I was the nurse, all you can do is to pray and hope for the best. Encourage your patient. Do active listening. And encourage that patient. Educate that patient. We're here to supply all their needs. So their spiritual needs is a part of it. So if for ever any reason you have any part of God in you, that is when you draw the God picture. And hoping that God will intervene so that this individual will come clean with his wife. So that while you're being treated for your illness, that is no fault of your wife could get treatment too. Guys, this is an eye-opener. And it just came back to me that, okay, you're protecting patient information because you cannot call patient's name. But these are information that you can, put out there where you educate social media. Because social media is a wide scale where you can educate and say, be cognizant, be aware, open your eyes, don't close your eyes, be aware of the person you're with. Sometimes it's better to be alone because in that case, what do you think? I would prefer to be alone. But wherever that person is right now, I'm not sure if they're alive or they're deceased. Because it was like I said, like 8 years ago. I hope he came clean with his wife. And I hope God intervened. So this was just an eye opener. I said I will just stop by and let you guys know that things can happen. You could be sleeping with the enemy and you don't know. You don't know what a person has, because sometimes it's not printed on their face, because sometimes it's not so advanced, depending on the CD4 level. Sometimes it's not advanced. They look so good. And we know the medication that we have nowadays, trust me, HIV beat out cancer. Cancer kill you left, right, and center. And people that has HIV is living a normal life and looks just like you or I that does not have HIV. So I just want to encourage someone this morning to know your partner. And I just want to tell partners, if for whatever reason things like that happen to you, make sure your other half knows, especially if it wasn't any fault of their own. Alright? This is just an educational moment, and this is your girl Bronx Nurse, just coming out to inform you, to put some awareness out there, and to let you know that love is the order of the day. The name of my YouTube page, LL1 Woman Band. Have a wonderful day, guys. God loves you. Your girl Bronx Nurse loves you. I send out peace and love every day, because peace and love is the order of today. Have a wonderful day, guys. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to have a great day today. I already know that Mondays are that keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving day. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it because I have my chocolate covered cashews. Yes. This is my perk me up, because Bronx Nurse does not drink coffee. Alright? Have a wonderful day, guys. Peace out. Bye-bye. See you guys another time. Bye-bye.